We have made it to our favorite little park and neighborhood to come do our walk and talk today. But this is an official 5K. We've got medals and everything, so come along and join us on this 5K. And
it's early, by the way.
It is early. It's really early. But wait till the end. We got a medal ceremony and everything. And it's going to be pretty exciting. So come along and let's enjoy this experience together. Oh my gosh, it's so early. Here we go. This is our favorite little neighborhood. Got a great walking path. It's nice and wide, so we come here a lot. There's always an exercise class that sets up right over here by the park. Michelle's got her ears in.
They always eye me suspiciously when I walk by. I feel like they're like, come join us.
Okay, hopefully.
But that's not for me. I'm walking.
She's a walker. And okay, we learned something about Michelle.
Hi to everybody, by the way.
Yes, hi to everybody. It's Todd and Michelle. We are on a fitness journey here.
Yep, if you have time, get up and get on your treadmills or walk in place.
Yep.
Do your little half hour.
We do our, what's it called? Low carb, high protein.
We do, yeah, high protein. We, when it comes to the carbs, I just say we watch our carbs.
Yeah, there we go.
When we do eat a carb, we try to make it a complex carb, not a high glycemic. Because both of us do need to mind our sugar, although we both have been able to bring it back down under normal levels.
Yes, we have.
But, the medical profession says once a diabetic, always a diabetic. I'm not sure I believe that, but anyway, I keep researching and looking. Because the question is, like I ask you, what happens if I went to like a total different doctor, a total different area of the country, and just said, hey, it's me. I've never been to the doctor before. And they do labs and blood work and all this stuff, you wouldn't even know that I had diabetes in my history. So, if you have hypertension,
right,
like I do as well, and you're on medicine for it that's controlling it, your blood pressure's normal, that's different. Because if you stop the medicine, your blood pressure's going to come back. It's going to increase.
That is correct.
But if you're diabetic, is exercise your medicine? Like, as long as you exercise, your diabetes is under control? Because what happens if you don't take anything else?
Well, I can tell you.
Do you still have it?
Let me tell you. When you told me exercise is the best thing to help lower my sugar, it has helped. So
it absolutely is.
Yes.
If you can walk for even 10 minutes after every meal, and you don't even have to walk at a breakneck speed.
Nope.
Just walk. Just get up and move. It will automatically lower your blood sugar no matter what you ate. So that's the secret, is you just got to move.
I agree. Now, like Michelle said, it is early. It is 6:45 in the morning.
Yeah.
It's my day off. And
today
what she's got me doing.
I wanted to call this learning to walk again.
Yeah.
Or you got to walk before you lose. Because I just discovered that
she doesn't know how to walk.
I didn't know how to walk. Like, how do you get to be 59 years old and realize you don't know how to walk? But funny story. I guess it's funny. It's funny to me. Being in the healthcare profession, it's funny. So I'm adult geriatric, if you guys, haven't known or didn't know, nurse practitioner. So my specialty is adult gero, obviously. So I'm used to people using, walkers, rollators, which is a four-wheeled, walker that you see people pushing with the little seat. Okay, so I'm walking yesterday, and for the past couple weeks, I've been trying to increase my speed, which it's not a priority. It's just, what else do you do when you're walking? I'm thinking about, how can I improve? So I was on my way back yesterday, because I walk pretty much a 5K every day.
Yes,
I'm
you
going from on my formal walk, 3 to 5 miles. And then, of course, whatever I pick up during the day. So overall steps, I'm doing probably between 12 to 20, just depending on the day.
I would have never thought that would have ever been in your vocabulary.
Oh, me neither, for sure. Like, I'm like, who is talking when I'm saying that?
Come
so
along,
I'm on my
kiddo.
way back yesterday, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, how do I get faster? Because my little legs, no matter how much I seem to move, I can't get my speed up. And like, if people are ahead of me and I'm like, okay, I'm going to catch them, like, I realize that I have to walk faster than them. So
Right.
I'm watching their step pace. I'm doing, my steps are faster, and literally they'll walk away from me rather than me catch them. So I don't know how to gauge, my speed. My app I have, my walk app, says I can do a mile. It's right at about, I would say about 21 to 22 minutes. Well, that's kind of slow, because if you Google it, it says you should be able to walk, 15 to 22 minutes is the average. So I'm average, I'm in there, but I want to be faster.
She doesn't want to be average.
And I know I'm on a little tangent, so remind me about the roller, because that's my story.
Okay.
But if I get on the treadmill and I walk, I know I can walk consistently 3.5 miles an hour. If I try to get up any faster than that, I just can't. My legs can't move that fast. Okay, so yesterday I'm walking back. Who do I see ahead of me? This gentleman, older gentleman. Now we're out, on our walking trail. He's unattended by himself. So of course my first safety thing, I'm like, okay, where's his person? Like, what happens if something happens to him? And then I sort of realize, oh, well, maybe that's us, because I noticed in the morning we have kind of the same people that walk all the time.
They're like the official, unofficial walking club.
Yeah. And again, a tangent, but when you start walking, you don't really know each other. So I'm sure they're looking at me like, okay, she's new. Is she the killer that's going to, hurt everybody?
Why do you
so
think
you kind of have to build this trust, like this wink game, Did you know I used to play that?
Yes.
So then as you get more comfortable, you go to the head nod, smile, and then you may, do a little hand wave, and then it's a full out hello or good morning.
Oh, then
right?
you get verbalization.
Right. When you hit the good morning, I think you're in the club.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So here's a new gentleman. I think he just started back from what he said. Anyway, so he's way ahead of me. So I'm
you
like,
went straight to verbalization with this gentleman.
well, yeah, I had to, but here's why. So I see him quickly do my little assessment, like, all right, 2 braces, he's got one on each ankle, plus he's got the rollator, and he's out in the middle of this, park walking area. I don't see anybody else with him. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna catch him. Like, I want to know his story. So I'm gonna catch up to him. It took me almost a good mile to catch this guy. He was flying. I've never seen somebody walk so fast. Now, granted, he was probably
he had an accessory to help him go a little
70.
faster.
He was probably 70s, probably,
Okay.
judging. I'm terrible at age, but so I catch up with him, and then he looks over at me and smiles, and I said, "You are doing awesome." I'm like, "You are flying." I said, "It took me forever to catch you," and he just laughed and he said, "Yeah, his therapist had told him that he needed to pick up the speed." So he's like, "I'm trying this morning to walk faster." And I was like, "Well, you're doing a good job." I said, "Just, be careful. We don't need you falling and hurting yourself worse." And he's like, no. He's like, everybody out here, they know. He's like, "I think they look out for me." And about that time, another gentleman was coming towards us. And this guy calls him by name. He's like, "Hey, so-and-so, how are you this morning?" And the other one's like, "Good. You be careful out here." And I'm thinking, man, like, it's a whole little walk club.
I know. I told you it's official, unofficial walk club for you guys.
So that being said, when I left, I was telling one of my friends, I was like, I cannot believe that for as good as I think I'm doing, that I couldn't catch this guy with the rollator. So I get on the internet, I start looking. I'm like, how to increase your speed, like how to, ooh.
Bug. We are in the Florida nature.
So, okay, so how to increase your speed. Well, it turns out that there's a bunch of stuff on it, on like exercises you can do, you know, things to get your technique where you can walk faster. And I know it's not an endurance thing because I have been back to jogging. So I do, you know, jog occasionally throughout my walk just to kind of get my heart rate up and going, just to challenge my body a little.
Right.
So here's what I found out. Long story, I'm at the end. So, okay, here's what I found out. When you walk, you have 3 parts to your walk. You're gonna hit, oh no, don't look at me now because I'm not doing it. See, I have to concentrate. Well, actually, this is the bad way to walk.
Okay.
All right, actually, I do need this on film. All right, so this is my walk.
Okay.
Do you see how I'm bobbing?
Yeah.
You hit with your heel, you roll forward onto a flat foot, and then you're supposed to push off with your toes. See the difference? And then when you do it with both feet, it kind of speeds you up and makes you glide.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Okay, that's all too
But
fast.
here's my walk. See how I'm bobbing?
Yeah.
I do more up and down. So when I walked, my walk is coming from my hip.
Right.
So I'm like, do, you know, I'm trying to
She's like
get
a little
my,
T-Rex. We
my
always call her T-Rex.
legs to swing, but that's not what speeds you up. Why didn't I know this?
I don't know.
What speeds you up is
would
your
think.
toes. See this? So the guy I was watching said you can do 1 foot at a time and you concentrate on like
Trying to catch up.
step, toe, step, toe. So every step you want to kind of say toes to remind yourself to push off. And he's like, after a week or 2, it'll become natural, hopefully.
Gotcha.
But apparently, like, this is both feet. This is how I should have been walking the whole time. So it's not really about endurance,
It's about the technique.
although it does start to hurt my calves.
Well, that's because you ain't
So I
used them
can tell,
before.
yeah, that I don't walk right.
That's a much faster pace, I will tell you that.
Right. So this is natural, but see how I'm bobbing? Like, now I can feel it. I'm like, like, why didn't I know that?
I don't know, honey.
So now I have to learn how to rewalk. And hopefully that'll help trim some time.
She's
And
so
you
worried-
ask, you know,
so
why?
worried about the time all the time.
See, I knew you'd say that because that's what you're thinking. But here's the thing. As I lose weight and I'm getting closer to my goals, I know as a practitioner the weight loss will slow. So I already think that if I think it's moving slow now, what's going to happen when I only have 5 or 10 pounds? So you've got to increase something. You either decrease the amount you're eating so you have a bigger calorie deficit.
Well, I can't do that.
I'm not willing to do that either. Or you exercise more. So if you exercise more, which I've chosen walking because that's what I enjoy, that means that it's going to take time, right?
Right.
So instead of now walking for an hour, I may have
Good
to be
morning,
walking.
good morning.
Good morning. See, Todd's he's legacy.
Yeah.
He's legacy in the club.
It's like seeing the club.
So, time. So instead of walking, you know, and I'm talking about walking my dedicated walks, not walk throughout the day. But if I'm walking an hour, I might have to walk 2 hours.
I gotcha.
Well, I don't have that much time.
I gotcha.
So now I got to start condensing it. There's a little
Right.
slight hill right there. It always takes my breath away.
I
Plus
will
I'm
have to say,
talking.
Michelle does this walk every morning, even if I'm at work or whatever. But I do like the fact that there are people out and about, so that
Yeah.
makes me feel much safer. And she
And
goes
I
different
wish-
places. It's just not here.
I don't know if this is illegal or whatever, but I wish I knew a few people in this subdivision because I would love to utilize this pool,
That's their community
but it
pool.
has a gate.
That's their community
So I need
pool.
somebody that has a gate thingy.
No, you know what? Just buy a house right over here, or
Well-
a townhome or something.
I've thought about it, but
Yeah.
I don't know. We talk about it, and then we don't talk about it.
I just don't like dealing with HOAs, but you know.
Here, that's just as much as the house.
I know nowadays.
But anyway,
But this
so
will
that's
take you to
my
the pond.
learning to walk.
Yeah, okay. I thought it was quite funny. She's like, "Oh, I learned to walk today." I was like, "What are you talking about?" And then she showed me how she was not walking properly.
Another tip I have is, and this isn't a plug, but I just have an iPhone, so I have Amazon Music,
Yeah.
and it's a very cheap subscription. But you can search for 120 to 130 beats per minute music, and you'll get a whole playlist
So
of
it
songs
helps keep
that are
you to that pace.
right.
That's
It
what you're
paces
saying.
you,
Okay.
so that helps.
And no, I'm not falling back just to film Michelle. She actually is walking faster than me, so I have to catch up to her. Morning.
Well, see, they're gonna say, well, like you're doing really good because you don't walk all the time, so you're able to keep up. Yeah, but remember, guys, he works. Like he goes to.
I've worked the past 3 days. Sorry to all the travelers I may have missed that have stopped by the Contemporary.
Because he does good. On your work days, you're getting 20 to 30 steps,
No,
30,000 steps.
my highest has been 21,000
Well, there you go.
at work. I love that house right there. I think it's so pretty.
And he's doing all kinds of exercises, lifting, bending, picking up.
Yes, I am.
So he's
Lifting
doing
those
his
heavy
thing.
boxes. Those Mickeys. Mickey.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Now, the fun fact for these folks here, that's the reason I love that house right there. Straight across this way, the lake we passed back there was Lake Reams. Magic Kingdom is right there. So you can sit there and watch the fireworks.
I have my own names for these ponds, so Todd knows where I'm at.
She knows how to properly do it.
She's a regular.
Yeah.
I'll pass her a couple times usually,
Yeah,
or she'll pass me.
I have a tendency to weave all over the path, so they have to yell at me.
But see what I mean? There's a breeze.
It is nice, Michelle.
God, it just
I'm
reminds
just trying
me.
to concentrate to walk. I got to finish this 5K.
It was.
I got to get my medal.
I know that's the only reason I'm trying to keep the pace. It's because I got to tell them the time when we're done.
Yeah. Oh, okay, got you. We got a medal, and we got a award ceremony and banquet that we got to go to for this. This is like a virtual 5K, but it's an official 5K.
We're
so.
doing good because we've done 1.28.
That's it?
Yeah, but we've only been walking 20 minutes.
Okay.
So that's
she likes that. She likes that.
That's a good pace.
Well, the thing is, though, I need to know where the 3.5 miles, that's 5. I need to know where the 1.6 marker is.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
So I can turn around and go back.
Well, we're
to our
going to have to
starting point.
add just a little bit because isn't a 5K 3.1?
3.1, yeah, so that's why it's 1.6. That's a little
And sometimes right back to
3.2.
our door, it's like 3.
Yeah,
Like
well,
06.
we started at the park, so.
Yeah, so
We
that's
gotta
why
count.
to get back to the park, I'm going to have to add just a little bit.
Okay. I'm here for the journey.
We might have to do that one little extra loop at the park.
You guys are here for the journey. I'll make sure we get ours in, but.
Well, I assume you're going to cut this down, right? You're not.
Oh, no.
It's not going to be
This
the
is
whole
flat
hour.
out, right here, the whole 5K.
This is one you want to tell them about this one. This is not one of the Disney virtuals that we signed up for. Those I think I want to do.
Correct. You're
On
doing
property?
those with Becca.
Right, Becca has to
Right.
do that walk with me.
But this is a cast member.
Which kind of scares me. That's why I keep trying to train.
Yeah, Becca walks very fast.
She
This
does.
is a cast member virtual 5Q that we had signed up for last year, and we actually got our medals. But I wouldn't let us get the medals until we did an official 5K.
Yeah, he won't let us take them out of the package. And there's hats.
Yeah, visors. Got visors. But
So I said, okay, we would pick a day to dedicate to just this one. Then we can kind of mark it in the little history book and we
Exactly.
know our time.
so wait, this isn't our first official 5K. Your first official 5K almost killed us both. And that was on Castaway Cay. The Disney 5K.
Well, oh my God, that was so hot.
Yeah.
We filmed that one, right?
Yeah, we filmed that one. They seen that one.
You know, I should go back and look at that one to see maybe I can tell if I've improved.
Yeah, just look at yourself in the video. You've really improved. Let's see. Now we also got up a little too early, but you could hear the train whistle. Just past that other lake right there.
It's that way.
Yep.
And the sounds here, for some reason, it'll go off and sounds like it's over here.
Yeah.
But it's over there.
Yep. I don't see the crane up this morning. For the Thunder Mountain. It's a little foggy, so. It's another retention pond. That's another lake over there. I don't know the name of that lake, but Lake Sheen or something like that. I don't know. But all these houses here have
Lake
fireworks.
Spar. It's kind of, not being active. I didn't know what the county had done as far as these parks and walking paths. But see how wide this path is? And then we just passed it. I was going to point it out to Todd, but when you get to a mile, there's actually like a rust-colored band across the...
I seen it. I recorded it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I recorded it.
I didn't know for the longest time until one day my walker app that speaks in my ear just happened to say you're at a mile when I hit that band. And I was like, oh, well, that's nice. Oh, yeah, I was looking to see. God, I'm like...
Squirrel.
Yeah. That is Lake Sharp.
Lake Sharp.
That's a retention pond. That is Lake Sharp.
Lake Sharp. Lake Sheen was the big one. I mean, Lake Reams.
Lake Reams was the one right behind us.
There are some.
And then
townhomes on Lake Sharp.
Right at the park, it's Lake Spar.
Lake Spar.
Right. And then all the other bodies of water are just little retention ponds.
Just to let you know, Orlando is full of lakes. That's why it takes forever to get places, that and the traffic.
And whether it's a retention pond or a lake, it don't matter. Trust me, there's a gator and a snake and a turtle.
That's right.
In every single one. And I'm hoping this morning I can show you guys the fish that's in this little pond up here, retention pond. They are the largest fish I've ever seen.
They're carp.
I don't know what they are. They're huge.
They're there to help keep down the algae.
Oh, I thought they were goldfish.
How about that? Look, people everywhere.
Oh, that's what I tried to tell him. Like, he's worried about me walking back here.
Yeah, I was.
But I said there's people generally all over.
And I see why they got to come out so early, because you want to beat the heat. Now, Jay and Patty were down, and they were asking my nutrition guy that takes care of all our nutrition needs and stuff for my protein powders. They were asking what we were going to do once it got hot. Well, this is what we have to do.
Yeah.
Get out at 6:45 or walk at 7:30 at night.
I like the morning.
I do
never
too.
thought I would be that way. Like this morning, I'd jump up. Like, I'm ready to get up.
Michelle, I never thought you would have been that way.
Me neither.
Ever.
But it feels so good.
Here's the sad part. This neighborhood right here, when we would come to Disney, we would come in through Reams Road, and we remember when this was getting built, and we visited the model homes here.
I wish we'd have bought right there.
Yeah. But we said to ourselves, one day we're going to live in that area.
I remember why we didn't. And the girls were teeny tiny. They were little.
Yeah.
And we wanted them to grow up in our hometown because the schools were small and contained, and they didn't have a lot of the problems that some of the bigger schools had. So we made that choice on purpose.
Yeah, we did. You're right.
And we were poor, church mice. We couldn't afford to buy an extra house like a vacation rental.
I'm just glad we were able to afford manual passes back then.
That was before school. That was before education.
We looked at each other and said, okay, somebody's got to go get an education. Really, we looked at Michelle because she knew I was not going to go back to college.
School. I've contemplated now again going back.
Oh my gosh.
Just taking a course or two each semester. Maybe I should get my doctorate. I don't know.
Oh, that means I'd have to call you doctor? Dr. Michelle.
Kind of nice, right?
Dr. Stephanie.
Dr. Strobel.
Dr. Strobel.
I
Squirrels.
said just last night, the business that I'm in, it's
okay, we have to be at 1.6.
very mentally depressing at times.
Yes, it is.
Because, you know, the healthcare system nowadays, like, you can be one person and you try to do all that you can. You know, at least I'm that kind of person. I'm very empathetic. So my patients become my family. And it just really does affect me that the healthcare system sometimes is what it is. And if you guys have had any family members in like a skilled nursing facility, that's where I work. So I don't work for the building. I come in as like an independent provider to give medical services to the patients. Like, if you guys have loved ones in a facility, I'm sure you're already aware, the doctor that you have seeing that patient is an employee of that healthcare facility. They're all contracted in.
I don't think many people know that.
Just like the patients are guests. So, you know, there's a lot of politics involved, and it gets difficult. So that being said, you know, I'm thinking about my future retirement years because it's kind of just around the corner. I keep watching these TikToks that say you can retire at 62, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm like really close. And then I'm like, well, I can't see myself really not ever working.
Exactly.
Like, I worked so long to get through school and to get my education. I'm not sure I just want to turn it off. But the idea of like working from home or doing some virtual visits, that does intrigue me. So maybe there's some opportunity with the company that I'm working with to do that, you know, later on down the road.
Yeah.
And or possibly going into, you know, like the wellness, fitness, weight loss area, because who better to learn from than somebody that's been through it? So maybe I can help somebody else just sift through the baggage you have to sift through to get, you know, to lose weight.
Be an advocate.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Okay, we're coming up to the gator pond. If anybody's been watching our walk and talks where Michelle filmed the gators.
Yeah, now this is going to be a little different because what I'm trying to do is to get us to half, and then we'll just turn around.
That would be 1.6.
Oh, we're at 1.7.
See, we can turn around now.
Okay, let's turn around.
Okay.
Well, remember, we're going to the park.
Right. Is that where you started us at?
So I have to add from the front door to the park.
You know what? Let's just walk to the pond. Let's not mess up your stride.
We'll go do the circle.
Okay.
Just wherever we get to 3.1, we'll stop there, and that'll be our time.
There we go. That sounds good. Good morning. We've also looked at these
Todd just committed the first faux pas walk.
What was that?
He was very boisterous and spoke out.
It's supposed to.
That, I didn't know him, that would have been a nod.
Oh, that was a nod. I'm sorry. I just say hello to everyone.
I'm just teasing.
Because I'm trying to create that walking magic.
Plus, he had his ears in.
Oh, yes, he did.
So sometimes if you say something, they don't hear you. You know, then you think, oh, they snubbed me. But no, they had their ears in.
Well, at least I was walking on the proper side of the road when the one bicyclist
It's kind of like
passed us.
a nod. You either get a smile or you get a hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm just teasing.
I didn't know there was walking and running etiquette when I did my first 5K, the Everest 5K way back in the day.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Hey, you should put your finish line in right here.
What? No.
Or they can go check out the video.
Oh, no.
I can't believe he did that still.
They can go. I'll link it down below. Y'all can go check that out.
That was truly a couch to 5K there. That was the true essence of the word.
Yeah. That was a sign up, and somebody else wasn't able to sign up, so I had to do it by myself. But that's okay. We got through it.
Well, you didn't have to do it. You just chose to.
I would have lost money. To me, that's wasting money. I could not waste my money. So, you know, I don't waste. Okay, we're coming up to Reams Road. It'll get very busy up here.
I don't think the gators come out till it starts getting warm.
Yeah, it's got to be sunshine.
But they're in there. You can see them in the water.
We've seen your video.
Well, I can see them now. See their little heads?
If you come out at night and flash them with the lights, their eyes shine red.
I wonder if they do like a gator roundup, because I did notice the numbers kind of went down a bit.
The numbers have dwindled?
Or do they eat each other? I don't know.
Are the birds, or, you know, predators?
This is considered a conservation area, and there's some fruit trees on the other side of this fence, but I know you can get in trouble, get fined if you get over there and try to get fruit, because you're not supposed to disturb the habitat.
Oh, listen, if I'm hungry and I gotta get something to eat to make it back home, I'm eating an orange.
You know, that's always been my little quirky initiative for the county.
What's that?
When they do highways and stuff and they plant trees, why don't they plant fruit trees? Why is it always like an elm? Like, I realize they're easy.
A crepe myrtle or a palm here in Florida.
But plant a fruit tree. And why do we have hunger? Like, if as a taxpayer, if I'm putting money in and they're buying landscaping, buy a tree, buy an orange tree.
Buy a fruit tree?
Buy a mango, mandarin. Put in a fruit tree.
Oh, your cows are out today over there on the other side of the road.
Olive, nuts. Why do we have to, you know?
I don't know.
I don't know. See, we do some really weird stuff.
Maybe because they're low maintenance shrubbery. Maybe.
But low maintenance, I've seen these county workers cutting this grass like once a week. Like, it's high maintenance to me.
Well,
so what's the difference?
Yeah, that's true. So that's Reams Road.
I'm gonna get a t-shirt. Plant more fruit trees. I always wanted that at the house. We planted.
She wanted an orchard.
Some. And we had an orange tree that we had built the house, sold it, moved away, bought it back, moved back. And in that little middle, the tree had kind of died somewhat.
Yeah.
And the graft took over. So my grandmother called it a sour orange tree.
Yeah.
Which she loved. She said they made the best like orange pies. And she was right. If you ate it, it was a little like iron, tasted irony,
right?
Like iron in it. But it made good pies.
Okay, so where that truck's going right there?
Yeah, see that walk?
Half a mile and Magic Kingdom's there.
This goes across the road.
Yep.
And there's either cows or donkeys in that pasture.
Yeah, Michelle started adding that to her walk and areas. That's too far for me. I'm just trying to finish this 5K.
But you go down around, there's another park back that way, which is actually nicer than the park over here. And then...
Looks like they need to come mow the grass now.
Weirdly enough, the sidewalk does not connect.
No, it doesn't.
That wide one that goes that way down and around, it ends at a plaza down there.
Okay.
And then you sort of have to catty corner across the street. And then the big sidewalk picks up again. So I don't know what they were thinking when they put it in.
So which way are we going?
That way.
We're going back this way. Which I don't like this sidewalk because it's a narrow sidewalk.
This is Reams Road, and
Yeah.
I try really hard not to come here alone.
Yes, I appreciate that.
Because them drivers are crazy.
They're trying to get to work so they don't get that point.
This is the road right behind Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
If you kept going that direction, you'll go to the employee parking lot. So I teased, Todd could actually like ride a scooter to work.
I've thought about a moped. I could walk to work.
Golf cart.
No,
not a golf cart.
Not a golf cart. Not allowed to have a golf cart.
Although it could be street legal.
Yeah, you just got to get it.
But those people would run you over. So you're trying to get that little bit down there. I don't know why they didn't attach a sidewalk.
I don't either. Okay, let's pick this up so I can hurry up and finish this. Okay. And the other reason I don't like this sidewalk, it's uneven. And, you know, I have a tendency to trip sometimes.
You're 2/3 done.
2/3 done, yay.
We just hit. We were working, but now we slowed down around that pond.
Yeah, we got a little off.
I think my partner's getting a little tired.
I think so too. I'm not gonna lie. You may have to take the camera and go on without me, honey.
No.
Finish this journey yourself.
Nobody's gonna be left behind.
You sure about that? You can go get the car.
I appreciate you letting me be first, though. Usually I'm trailing him and it makes me mad.
Well, this isn't done on purpose. I'm gonna tell you that right now. This is done because you have definitely outpaced me.
2.1, so you have 1 mile left.
1 mile, no. Yeah, 1 mile left. See, I'm already delusional.
That's nothing.
And we're at 35 minutes. 35 minutes.
Well, we're at a 20-minute pace.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying.
Which makes me feel better, because without him, I probably could have done a little faster.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Well, no, I'm just saying my new walking would work if I could do it the whole way around.
I can't wait to take them to the awards banquet.
Although my calves are kind of sore now.
The medal presentation.
The medal presentation?
The medal presentation.
I know, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. So you got to stay tuned for that. Like I said, this was a Be Well virtual 5K for Disney cast members.
Maybe that should be a part 2.
Oh, that's...
Because this video is getting kind of long.
Should we do a part 2 for that
I
one?
would do part 2.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I would put that. Sorry, guys.
Since this is Saturday.
But it's worth it. It's going to be worth it.
Yeah, it's going to be worth it. We'll do the part 2 on Sunday.
There you go. We'll have it
there we go.
back to back.
Okay. And you know we rarely do that, but this will be probably a 45.
Well, because I know what we're doing is going to be enough for a whole other.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And
definitely. Great idea.
This is already long enough.
Oh, it's already long enough for me to.
So how are you guys doing? Give me some feedback. How's your weight loss efforts and your wellness journey? You guys doing it? Like, I know it's been quiet. We didn't have a video last week because it was so hot.
Yeah,
Wait,
we just couldn't get the time. We couldn't work it out to get a 5K in. I mean, you were working early in the morning, but...
Yeah, I was still walking, but it was hard to get him with me.
Yeah.
So
it was.
Thank you we had a couple people was concerned that,
yeah,
I guess we're old enough now.
People
y'all
start
are
worrying
afraid
about
something
us.
happened to us.
Good morning. Oh.
But we're fine. It's just hot.
Another faux pas. Michelle's not going to bring me no more. I'm breaking the rules.
We do have a cruise coming up. We're very excited about that.
Yep.
I cannot wait.
And we are going to do a walk and talk on that cruise.
Yes, because thank goodness there's a walking deck.
Not only the walking deck, I think we should do it on Lighthouse. Walk to the lighthouse.
I definitely would like to go back now that... Here, I want to show you this tree. Wait, is this the road? Here, let's go this way.
Oh, we're going this way. New way.
All these streets look the same.
Well, look at those. We can make some lays.
Yeah, I think
out of those.
Yeah, this is the tree. This is like, it just makes my heart smile.
Oh, I see it now.
And see, whatever that is. I think it's an avocado, maybe?
I think it's a fig.
Fig? Okay, it could be a fig.
Fig tree right there.
And then look at this. Is this not gorgeous? Of course, it's a little weepy
loaded.
today.
Look at that.
But look at that. Is that not so adorable? So
That's
cute.
so the squirrels and stuff. Is it for the squirrels or is it for like people to... No, that's for the squirrels.
It's for the birds.
Oh,
Keeps
the
birds. And
birds.
squirrels
Okay.
off of it.
Beautiful tree. Beautiful tree.
I've seen her standing at her thing, so I've said good morning to her a
Okay.
time or two.
Oh, you've been vocal with her. Boy, you're...
But pretty trees. She definitely likes plants.
That looks like an olive tree right there.
Yeah, it does. See what I mean? Why, if we just planted more fruit?
Maybe this neighborhood listened to you and planted fruit trees. Oh my goodness. I do like Michelle. She's keeping us on pace for the 3.1, so that's nice. Oh, there's another one for sale. We're starting to see more and more houses being popped up for sale. So we're wondering, is the real estate market cooling off here in Florida a little bit?
I think the buyers are starting to hold. I think the
so?
prices are still up there. But I think now buyers have decided they're just going to wait them out from what I'm looking. We know the prices will probably never go down to where they were.
That's a pretty one.
But I don't think they're going to get the profits like they did before.
I agree.
Because people just can't afford it because
I've not been down
your
HOAs
sometimes matches
by the
the
time you pay
stupid cost of the house.
the insurance, property taxes, and HOAs, it's more than the mortgage.
Well, not more, but it's pretty close to the same, which is crazy.
And our problem is
because see, we're from the country. We're not used to doing these HOA fees.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
our problem is now too, we want a single level, and a lot of stuff in Orlando is they got stairs, and we don't want stairs. Good morning.
Morning.
So we see, they're pretty, but we need a single level home.
Like that.
Like this. See, one story. So I don't have to fight the stairs.
Anybody got a house down here that you want to rent long term?
Yeah.
Or if you know somebody that's got a house long term?
And when we're saying long term, we mean like long term. 8 to 10 years.
They say the best way to find something is word of mouth.
Okay, well,
But no real estate agents, please. Please don't contact us.
if they got a deal, I'll take it. Y'all can contact me.
Whatever.
You know, traveling around Disney at gmail.com.
You know, you take the lid off the genie and you never know what you're going to get.
That is true.
I love those bougainvilleas, though. They're very pretty. Very invasive.
That's a bougainvillea?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We had one in crepe myrtles. That's kind of my second favorite.
I don't see no gardenias over here.
We had one in a house we owned in what was that city? Lakeland.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that thing was a pain.
Full of thorns. Ooh,
we had to keep cutting it back.
There's another little neighborhood park over here to the right that they got their own. I think they got a pool over here too. I'm not sure.
I think it's a playground.
Oh, that's just the playground one. The pool park is at another location.
You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. I mean, they're having to hear my wheezing and breathing back here, but she is so proud.
This music helps. I'm telling you.
You know she is
That's
so
what's in
proud
my
of
ear.
herself.
I keep it really low
Yeah.
so I can hear sounds around me, but it'll keep me on pace. Oh, look at that. That's papaya?
I think so. Yes, papaya tree back there.
Love it.
Those are easy to grow in Florida.
More fruit trees.
We even grew a papaya tree at our old house. Okay.
I wish I had, our porch is a good size screened in porch. And I grew cucumbers out there one year. I had a little hydroponic garden.
Yeah.
That we had tomatoes, and I grew lettuce. And then I let the cucumbers vine up on the screen. Which I was scared it was going to tear up the screen, but it didn't. But we don't get enough sun to really have a really good grow.
Is this your gentleman?
Yes.
There he is.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
I was telling my husband I was trying to catch up with you yesterday.
I was trying to slow down.
Ah, you're doing good.
You're doing good. You are doing good.
Well, you both have a wonderful day. Enjoy
You
your
do
walk.
too.
Thank you so
too.
much. Have a great one.
Have a good day.
See, I had to come with Michelle because she's starting to get all these little boyfriends out on this walk, so I had to, you know.
Yeah, right.
He walks fast.
I told you.
Why were you worried about trying to keep up with him?
I told you.
Oh my God, you're crazy.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, look over here. Just past the tree. We're going to go past this cypress. Look down into the water. Is he still there?
Yep.
There he is. Can you see him? It's right there, right at the end of my... There he goes, puts that back out. He's gonna swim away. So yes, in Florida, water.
You know that means he saw you.
Yes.
Because he's puffing up like he's trying to be bigger.
Defending his territory. But this is yet another little neighborhood.
Now these have like little exercise areas. And I look at them a little longingly. See, I'm always like, can I get up and over that thing?
I think you could.
And then I need to work on my upper body strength.
Well, they give you the plans and everything what to do right over there. Workout regimes.
Come on, you're ruining my time.
Okay, sorry. This is where the Disney ducks come and hang out. When there's not enough, room in the lakes over there, they come over here.
This is where they come to live.
Yeah. This is their summer home.
It's the renegades, the
Right
wildlife. They got tired of popcorn.
Yeah. How could you get tired of popcorn?
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
How are you?
Wonderful.
Good,
How
thank
are you
Have a
doing?
great day.
Thank you.
Man, there's a lot. Okay, Michelle, I apologize. There's a lot more people than I thought.
It gets more as the time goes.
Yeah. Nobody gets up at 6:45 to come walking.
School's out now, so it is a little
I was
more
sleeping
quiet.
So good.
Before you had to worry about the scooters and the bikes running you over.
Yeah. Michelle pops up like a kid on Christmas Day now, every morning, 6:30. Oh, gotta go for a walk.
Because it feels so good. Now, I'm not going to say come midday, I'm like ready for a nap.
Okay.
But it makes you feel it makes me feel accomplished. Like,
I agree, and I still think it gives you more of the day.
and it's even before work. So then I can go to work knowing that, I've done something good for myself.
I agreed.
The amount that I do now, according to apps, I'm burning like 550, 600 calories.
Ooh, that
So
means
pretty much it kind of negates
I
breakfast.
can eat a pastry.
No, you can't overcompensate.
Oh, I can.
But
Our
it lets me have
travels
my
know me.
coffee kind of guilt-free.
There you go. Okay.
Oh. Okay, this is for Jay. If he's still watching,
Okay.
I have a question for Jay and whoever may know. Because you know me and I do my research. I noticed I was getting a headache every day consistently. And they kind of just started out of sort of nowhere. And then I noticed that a week had gone by and I'm like, my head's hurting every day. Same place. It's coming from right in my left shoulder blade, up the back of my neck to my head, to my eye. And I was like, okay, this is it. I've got something seriously wrong. Now you guys knew I was just in the hospital not too long ago. I had that dizzy spell. So I've had CTs,
3 years
MRIs
ago,
and all that
by the
stuff.
way.
So I didn't think it was anything serious. So I start looking at what am I eating? What am I drinking? I thought maybe I was dehydrated, I'm not drinking enough. I've correlated it to the protein powder. So then, of course, I'm researching that yesterday. Come to find out there's apparently a glutamate ingredient in these protein powders that can trigger migraines. So I'm like, what the heck? I can't really, I guess my body's saying I can't have anything artificial. So now I've noticed when I put protein powder in my drink, it'll trigger a headache. So now what do I do?
Okay, but
So they said,
eat more bacon.
well, they've said some people are they're not proponents of these protein powders and they say you can get your protein just by eating, which I'd honestly would rather do. I've gotten kind of tired of the clear protein drinks. This has been
8 months.
since October?
Yeah.
November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. Yeah, 8 months. Just imagine 8 months every morning having that tang. Now I'm correlating it to a diet. So I'm getting a little tired of it. So I'm looking for other stuff. I still do my protein bread and I'll cut the center out and put an egg in it. And then I do have a couple pieces of crispy bacon. We can get the Disney bacon. We get that from Cast Connections.
Yeah.
It's really super thin. If you put it in the microwave, it gets really crispy. So a couple pieces of that and then my egg. And then I'll drink my Tang drink. But here's also what I found out. If I drink my orange drink, my clear protein, it's got Splenda in it, which yes, I thought the Splenda was causing it, but it's not, because when I make my coffee, I'm using the Pure Bliss creamer, or I've even made my own with just condensed milk and half in my coffee with just plain unflavored, unsweetened protein powder. So I'm not getting any Splenda in my coffee, is my point. And I still get a headache. So the only thing that's the same is the protein powder.
That or the computer and your eyes.
No, because there are some days
Okay.
it's worse than others. So I've correlated it to the days that I'm drinking my orange drink and I have my coffee.
Okay.
I think I'm overloading on protein powder.
Yeah, could be.
And that's the thing. After I looked it up, they said you can consume too much. And
So
even Jay was telling us
yeah, you should only get so
per
much.
yeah, per drink or per intake, you know, there is a cap of how much protein powder. Because if one scoop is 25 grams, you can't put 3 scoops in your coffee and think, oh, I'm getting 75 grams of protein. Like, your body's not going to absorb all that.
Right.
You're just wasting it, basically. So I guess for me, gram-wise, it probably would cap out 35 to 40, which is fine. But anyway, I guess my question is, what does Jay think about it, and what do you guys have to say? Have you noticed any issues with the protein powder specifically?
Giving you headaches. Okay. Give me the distance, because I'm looking at my time. I'm feeling my body. I'm fading fast.
2.86.
Oh my gosh, you're so close.
Yeah, our pace fell. Now we're back to 22 minutes.
Sorry, that's because of me. It's because of me. You're going to have to
It's
kick
all
me
right.
to the curb.
It's not a race. It's just my own personal.
I know.
And today I knew we were going to go slower anyway. Not a big deal.
Because, yeah, you knew you were going to go slower because of me. You can say it.
Again, it's quality versus quantity. You got to get one or the other. So you're going to walk quick or you're going to walk longer.
I can barely pick my feet up now. You may have to go get the car.
You're doing fine.
Well, we got to end at the park, which is right down at the end of this sidewalk that we started, so that's good.
2.9. You only have 0.2 as far as time.
Okay, that's distance.
And then you'll would have officially done a 5K.
Then we can officially get our medals at the award ceremony. I like doing all these things. Michelle's like, you're so crazy. But I think we've had these medals since October of last year.
I mean, I've already qualified myself to get the 3 from the Disney, the virtual
Yes, you
one.
have. Yes, you have.
I don't know what that means because it's just all honor system, but I use an app. It's a walk app, so I do have proof that
Well, that's, I mean,
if, the powers that be, push me. I'm like, hold on, buddy, I got receipts.
got receipts. Oh my gosh. And yes, I've had to hold this camera up the whole time. Oh, uneven sidewalk.
This library, though, these songs go way back.
You got old school music.
I don't know the name of it, but it's Baby Got Back. Is that the name of the song?
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah, rap song.
Oh my gosh, you don't know Sir Mix-a-Lot? If you ain't,
This
no,
is
I
like
can't sing
our
that song. That's some,
80s.
I can sing the whole song.
Oh, no.
That was my African Bambaataa, Zap, Gap Band, all that back in the day. You can go back and listen to that story on another Walk and Talk. Uh-oh, she's picking up the pace. I know we're at 3.1.
3.0.
Oh, might be at the end of this road.
We picked up a little time.
Okay.
21 is our
Okay.
pace.
I knew she picked up speed. Coming to the end. You guys have done a great job with
20
this.
minutes, 59 seconds is our pace.
So if you've watched this video the whole time and walked the whole time,
Oh, good for you.
you have done a 5K when we get done.
Good for you. 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 Good for you
That poor little guy's all, he's a different color. He's not got all his white yet.
Oh, is he a baby?
He's a younger one, you can tell.
Yeah, I think that's a family.
Yeah. Or would that be a flock?
Do you know, I think they call a herd of zebras is called a dazzle.
A dazzle?
Yeah, did you know that?
No.
I didn't either.
So if one of them's name's Razzle, it'd be a Razzle Dazzle?
No, dazzle razzle.
Dazzle Razzle?
Dazzle with razzle. .07.
Oh, we're coming up to your other tree. They didn't cover their fruits in.
Yeah, this is the
nets.
other one. This is the one I found at the beginning. And ooh, this is like temptation right here. Because they're hanging like,
We're not sure what they are. We think they're mangoes, right?
I keep counting, but see how over the fence there's 4? So every
Yeah.
time I come by, I'm like counting to make sure all the little kids are still on the tree.
Yeah. Okay.
And then this person's got a hummingbird feeder,
Yeah.
but the water, they didn't color it.
They're not supposed to color it
Why not?
because the bird.
thought it was supposed to be pink.
Hummingbirds eat nectar. They don't eat.
I know, but I thought it attracts.
No.
Well, it's been that level the whole time I've been walking.
Well, there's probably no hummingbirds around here.
3.11. You're officially
Yay!
did a 5K.
We made it all the way to Bay Lake Elementary. How fitting.
I have 20 minutes and 59 seconds as your average pace. And then we've been walking for a total of an hour and 5 minutes, but
Oh
that's
my gosh, see?
when I started the app.
That's true. But right over here, just past the buses here.
Which I guess that's right? 20,
Yeah.
40, 60.
Yeah.
All right, so now we can officially get our medals out of the bag.
Yeah, we can.
And we have little,
Hold on.
oh, I'm not gonna say.
Hold on. Okay, so we have completed it. Go ahead, Michelle. What were you saying?
What was
we
I
can
saying? What?
officially get our medals out of the bag.
So now we've officially done our 5K. We had it 20 minutes and 59 seconds was our pace. And we've been walking about an hour and 6 minutes total since I started the app.
So
we're at 3.15 right here.
this video is 58 minutes, so we've done a great job. You guys joined along. We will see you for part 2.
Yeah, come back because
We
that's the
cannot
fun
wait.
part.
That's the fun part. So
You've done the walk, you walked with us, so come see. We'll give you a high five and a virtual medal.
there we go. I like that. So thanks so much for joining us, guys. And like we say, until next time, Travel and Adventure is out there.
And walking, lots of walking.
She's gonna kill me.